teaching their military employees a certain line of reasoning that has to do with, we have no choice. It's on the Georgia Guidestones. We plan to make this earth a better place. And the way we're going to do that, guys, is to eliminate whatever, 2/3 of the population. It's a plan. It also has to do with their relationships with these ETs that we're saying we know are here. But deals have been made. Deals in our name have been made. On the good side, with the good guys, and on the bad side, with some of the bad guys, if the information that we at Camelot have been getting is true. So I'm just throwing this open to make it a little bit wider, a little bit more outrageous, and just see what...
Yeah. Thank you for widening our concept, and I really think that this is what exopolitics is all about. And to bring this back to the topic at hand, which is disclosure, there's a way that the disclosure movement is the modern abolition movement, by which slavery was abolished in the United States by a movement, an abolition movement, which started in the UK, which then went worldwide. I mean, we're still feeling the effects of it. And fundamentally, the disclosure movement should be a movement to free us, the slaves, from our metaphysical slavery at being denied the true concept of what's going on, and at stopping any plans for our projected demise. Because we are free and sovereign souls on this planet, in this dimension, and citizens of the galaxy. And no other sovereign has the right to deny that to us. So the disclosure movement really takes on, and has to take on, the moral force and breadth of the abolition movement that in centuries past abolished physical slavery. This is, we're talking about consciousness slavery. So I really support your bringing in that wider concept of discussion.
I second that in this regard, and I've been talking about this of late. I believe that and Hagelin talks about this, the presidential candidates with the TM movement. I believe that the suppression of reality from the citizens by the state, meaning telling you that, say, the sun actually, goes around the earth and not the other way around, is in fact a violation of natural law. It violates a fundamental law. It's beyond the law of the state. Now, what do I mean by that? I think you would agree that if any nation, any country were to say pass a law, their legislature, that you could murder anybody you wanted to, meaning just you kill somebody and kill them, it's okay, it's legal. That they would say, no, whatever your constitution, whatever that violates a fundamental natural law that's beyond the law of man, in a sense. And you just don't do that. Well, I think this is also true. So the violation of this violation of actually denying the reality of the people, there is no law that can justify it. There is no law that man could pass that can justify it. So we're really dealing with something at that transcendent level. And as long as that is the case, it's virtually a toxic poison that just seeps down and corrupts everything, everything you can think of. And so it has to end. I don't care what the what-ifs are. It doesn't matter. It simply has to end, right? And once it's ended, once that denial of reality is ended, we will try to deal with what is in the best way we can. But until...
Well, the slavery now is the state of secret. We want a lemma, a slogan for joining all together the forced blockade attacks, the biowarfare that is spreading the virus, the UFO issue. The slogan, the focus is the secret. Why do the government keep secrets from the public?
This is a voice from the audience. Could you tell us who you are, because you're not on camera?
What?
Who? Name.
I think we have to repeat the question.
Something very, very easy. We need a slogan. It's not easy. In every country in the world, they are going to
Stop the secrecy.
Top secrets with the top secret in another color.
Top secrets, top secrets. That's
There
very
are
nice.
people that are elections with 9/11.
That's
There
good.
are people fighting for natural health, about spirituality, about everything, and all are focused on the secret. So that we have to go to the point in which denying the states to keep secrets from the public. In this moment, we can join all the different movements that are fighting in his own fight, and we can all together, the world, unite in a demonstration. That is what I'm asking you or leaving you, the idea of making a world demonstration in which the public, the humankind, denies to the governments to keep secrets from them. And then there is the spirituality, there is the health, free energy, all.
For the sake of the camera, please tell us who you are. Nobody knows who you are.
Rafael Palacios, a Spanish journalist. I wrote a book called Extraterrestrial with all the information you gave to me. I am a son of you, but now as a Spanish, I think that you have to hear us also, because it's not, as you said, something from the USA. You are not going to win this fight alone.
Absolutely.
This is a fight we are going to
That's why we're here.
win all together, all the humankind. And the thing, you are perfectly right. There are people who don't care about this extraterrestrial. They don't care about it. But how can we approach to them? Because we are in a higher position, we have to approach to them, not them to us. So that when we go to Alex Jones and say, okay, what we have in common, what secret? Do the governments have the right to keep secrets for the public? The thing of, give me the law, what's the law? And above all, this is the reasoning for me. If something is good, why keep it secret? You only have secret what is bad, no? Because if it's good,
it doesn't.
it's transparent, be clear, no?
Okay.
Well, that was my point.
No.
Allow Michael has to leave.
Michael has to leave. We invite you to have a last word. I don't think it's going to be the last word, but it's an opportunity for you to say your piece here before you have to leave. But I have the feeling that this conversation is going to continue.
Wait, you got an audience with the king by any chance, Michael?
And we've got a lot of people listening on audio now.
Well, I want to emphasize again that as far as the United States is concerned, because it is the most powerful nation when it comes to managing the extraterrestrial secrets, that there has been a fundamental struggle between, on the one hand, transnational organisations and actors, and the neoconservative agenda during the Bush administration was one of the focal points of that, and the constitutional forces in the United States government, the so-called white hats, people associated with, say, the Navy and the other kind of loyal constitutional forces. Now, 9/11, on September 11th, 2001, was, I believe, the first in a series of false flag attacks which would culminate in something along the lines of an alien invasion. I think it was the first of many, and the reason it did not occur was that the constitutional forces were strong enough to prevent the transnationalists from moving forward with this sequence of false flag events that would culminate in a nuclear attack in the United States and then an eventual false flag attack which would have created chaos around the world. With the Obama administration, I think what we have now is that there's an ascendancy of the constitutional forces. So I am far more optimistic that the transition to disclosure is going to be much more harmonious, much more thought out in a way where the public is properly prepared, and so that when the truth finally does emerge, whether it's at the end of this year or in 3 years' time, that it will be done in a way where we can all be confident that there's not going to be 2/3 of the population wiped out in some kind of cataclysmic attacks that are false flag operations, but a much more positive and a harmonious transition. So I leave on that very optimistic note.
Thank you, sir. Well done. Brian O'Leary.
I was going to say that I live in Ecuador, and the government of Ecuador, well, actually the people of Ecuador, just ratified a new constitution. And in the Constitution, and this is unprecedented as far as I know, is that nature has rights. And although it hasn't been enforced yet, it's going to natural law. Natural law is becoming more and more of an inspired common denominator of the world community. And that's really good news, because the opposite extreme is the agenda of black ops. And so I think